Hello YouTube. Today, let's put a harness in, race harness. Here's what we got. It's just off eBay, but it's got the certificate. You know the bad thing about these is you have to replace them like every year and a half. Well, 2 years actually. So yeah, this is from, I got it off eBay, but it's from racerdirect.net. How does this work? Probably should have figured it out before I started recording. So that hook right there has got to go down or something. Let's see if I can figure this out real quick, guys. I don't know how to work this thing. As I expected. This just flips right up. And all this comes right out. So this is the side. The side goes in through all three of these. And you snake that through there. Yeah, so this is the side. This is the other side. Yeah. And then you snake this. If I quit stepping on it, bad thing about working on gravel, I'm gonna get all this stuff all dirty, dragging it across the ground and stuff. But anyway, your top strap goes through here, that goes over your left shoulder. Then your crotch strap goes in. Right there. So you gotta, looks like, I'm sure most of y'all are probably like, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, anyway. Left shoulder, crotch. So you gotta put it on in a certain order. And then the other shoulder. And then snake it through your other lap belt. Oh, I can't do this on this freaking chair because everything keeps falling. Stay. Right. Drop the phone. All right. There. All right. Left shoulder, crotch, right shoulder. Flip this up. Stick her in there like that right there. Flip that up, and it locks in place. These are angled, and they're dependent on how they go in. This is the right shoulder, so we'll put the right shoulder in first. Drop it in there, make sure it's straight the way it goes. Gonna take her through the hole like that right there. For the right shoulder. We'll stick it all the way up there. So this part's going over the shoulder. Yeah. Alright. Then we'll go get, I took that whole piece off. I shouldn't have took it all the way off. Took that one piece off. Let's go get it. Beveled. So the bevel goes up like that. And we'll make sure that we're straight. So the bevel is up. And we'll go ahead and throw that on there. Just a simple up and over. Just went through and down for now. Now we're going to attach it to the bar. What we're going to do is we're going to go not do this with one hand. We're going to go up and over this way. We're going to go down and over this way. Okay, right there. Alright. Then we're going to feed this back through, down, over, and down again. I need the GoPro, don't I? Yeah, we're going to stick it down through here, and bring it up over, and back down this side. Just like that. So we went from the bottom one, up, over, down, around the bar, and we went up and back through. And I'm not going to pull it tight just yet. I'm going to get in the car and see about where it needs to go before I go to, I'm going to adjust all that. And then we're going to take, after I get it there, we're going to tighten that up, of course. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to go back through this side. And then we'll go back and then we'll roll it up and just zip tie it up, the extra. I think we got a bunch of adjustment right here too for this. Pull that. Pull up on this and then pull that. See, it'll pull up or down. So we'll go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and extend this some. That about in the middle. That's gonna be way too much already. I know we're gonna have to pull that through a whole bunch. That thing's long. Even for a fat guy. I guess if we wanted about where the lap belt's gonna be, which I'm assuming we do, that's about right. That's about where the lap belt's going to go through, right here. Yeah, that's about right. And we still have some adjustment. You can pull down on this and then lift up on this and pull down on this to pull it back. But this, you just pull down on it, see? It adjusts that. But to pull this down, you got to lift up on this. Yeah, that's about right where I want it. So we can go ahead and finish this up. I just tightened up the top part until it brought this piece back. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to go right back through the top here if I can get it to fit. Then we'll pull it back and we'll zip tie. We'll loop it up and zip tie it. That's the way it looks. I don't think it's going nowhere. Alright, we'll do the other one the same way. Make it look the same way. Actually, we'll roll this up, zip tie it. Just going to simply roll it up. Put a zip tie through the middle, just like right there. That'll work for me. My battery's so dead it won't turn the light on. We're going to do the other one just like that. Right, to make it the same length, I just used these as an indicator. And, you know, put your first loop through there and get this to where it's going to set on the roll cage right there to get an idea of where it's going to go. Then bring it, you know, under, then over, and then through here, and then pull it tight. Make sure it's still there, just if needed, on your evenness, and then bring that over and down. Pull it tight. Roll this up and put a zip tie on it. I like it. I like it a lot. Those will be right on my shoulder. Let's get in here and check it out. Yeah, there we go. Comes right above my leg there. Actually, probably pulled up a little right there. See, that's where the belly strap is going to go. Yeah, I got them really even. Which, I mean, you got adjustment here. Yeah, check it out. Right on the shoulder area. I got to pull those apart a little. Kind of squeezing me like that. I guess I'm just wide because the seats. Not as far as they'll go in the seats, but whatever. Yes, sir. Yeah. Big old belly, big old belly. But even with that in there, yeah. For the seat sets to the left a little. I'm not centered to the steering wheel. The steering wheel's off to the right a little bit. I don't know if you can tell or not. Right. So here's the center of the steering wheel over here. There's the center of my stomach. See? It's probably about 2 inches to the left, or whatever. Yeah, let's put the rest of it in. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta take in little hex bolts out of both sides, because our lap belt is going to go right back where the seatbelt went. I got them loose. I got that one out. I hate Torx head. Whoever come up with that, I'd like to punch them right in the face. That one's got the wire for the seatbelt dinger. Tells you to put your seatbelt on. When it dings, I say, "Don't tell me what to do." But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to cut that and stick it back up in the carpet. This one has somehow welded itself to the metal piece inside here. So I'm going to have to spin that round and round and round with it attached to the seat belt. But I can't do that with the seat in, so I'm going to take the seat out, battery on the phone's running dead. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, which will be instantly for y'all. Took that one out. I was going to cut that, but didn't have to. It unplugs up in there. So that's out. And this one, we're going to take the seat out, unfortunately. Before we do that, I'm going to put the seat back where it goes, where I was sitting. And we're going to put this crotch strap. We're going to figure out about where it goes. And then we're going to mark a spot on the floorboard where we're going to drill a hole for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drill a hole that big right there. On the top, we'll have these washers. These sets of washers are going to sandwich the sheet metal, is what's going to happen. If I can, yeah, if I can separate them, yeah, like that right there. These are going to sandwich the sheet metal. I'm going to have a washer there, washer there, washer there for the top, and then on the bottom of the car, these 3 washers, and then a lock nut. That's how we're going to do that. Alright, I got the seat out. This is what I'm talking about, that bolt. There's a piece of metal in there. See, the bolt's stuck to the metal and it won't turn, so I'll have to turn it out like this. And I couldn't get this to fit under the seat. So we'll get that out of there. If it wasn't stuck in there, I wouldn't have to take the seat out. I bought different bolts for that, but yeah, see, it's stuck in there good. I'm not going to reuse these anyway, because anything with a Torx head, I take off and I throw in the garbage. I use bolts, just like on these strut towers. There's a Torx head that goes on the back side of these. I take those out and I throw them in the garbage. Them things suck. Whoever made those, I'd like to punch right in the face. Take the top down. I probably should have done that when I was doing these to make it a whole lot easier. Whatever. We'll take this off. It's usually a screw. There's a bolt in there now. Then we'll have to pop this off. There's a bolt up here. Take all this stuff off with. Get that out. This thing snaps down in there. See? Down in that hole. And then there's one for this piece. And there's one for the roller piece down in there. We'll have to take this out. As you notice, they're right up against the cage. It ain't easy to get out. So I'm going to fight with this. But there's really no bolts holding this one in. There might have been back here one. I don't remember what that hole was for. Yeah, there was something. There's a bolt hole back here. I forget what that was for. Maybe I had to do something with the seats. I don't remember. But anyway, you do have a speaker and a light in here. They got wires going to them. Well, no, the speaker don't come out with it. Or maybe it does. I took these speakers out a long time ago. I can't remember. But that light's still hooked up. I like my dome light still working. Torx head. One there. One right there. I'm going to take those out. And we can take all that out. All of it. Right. Plugged my light back in. Don't have the speaker. Took that out. Put that back in there. Make sure it went in the trim just right. Went under that. Put that back on. And we'll keep that just in case we ever want to put it back in again. The lap part. I'm getting rid of those Torx head. I got some of these I was going to get regular bolts with a washer, but this is all they had in the size that would fit that. I forget what size those are, but if you take the old bolt with you, they got a little thing, screw it in, figure out what size it is. It's an M12 by 175, I think. 1.75. M12, but yeah, hopefully those fit through our holes. Let's check that out. Oh yeah, perfect fit. So I'm gonna put this one on my right hand side because yeah, that's the way I want it. Coming over this way. We'll go ahead and bolt this one in over by the center console, making sure that we have the lap belt where this piece can be easily pulled. Alright, got those in there just like so. Now, to make sure we got them tightened down, you know, at the right angle that we want. And I did have to adjust this a little bit. And these are kind of going to be hard to get to. I kind of want them down here hidden. I'm going to put the seat in, make sure everything reaches good. I'm not going to bolt it down, I'm just going to put it in, get in there. Make sure those reach good. Actually, I'm going to drill that. Oh yeah. Put the seat in, make sure those reach good. That mark I made is about where I want my hole. But I'm going to make sure it's going to be in the middle, so I'm going to measure. So we'll drop the seat in, make sure everything fits. Sat in here and took the seat out. I had them too short. I forgot I was fat. But anyway, I took the seat out, make some adjustments, and boom, there we go. Don't look at my fat roll. Don't look at my fat roll. But yeah, it's still got some adjustments we wanted to make it. This one don't, but this one does. Actually, it could go over to the left some. Let's look up on that. It was a little. Yeah, that's about right. That's perfect. Chris has the one with the knob on it. I really like that because you just stick them in and they clip in. Then when you want out, you just turn the knob, but that knob sticks out real far. See, this one's more slimming, but his is a lot more easy to take in and off. That's for sure. And this clip thing, kind of hard to get the clip, honestly. You gotta really hit it. Found me a drill bit that fit my bolt. I just drilled a hole in the floor. I'm gonna use them washers like that right there. And then down here, I'm gonna use these washers. Turn the light on. There we go. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Oh, we're too far back. Yeah. Use them washers like that right there. Be careful not to hit anything. You notice there's a brake line right there. That's why I wanted to make sure you don't hit that rubber grommet hole too. That's like if water gets in your car, you can pop them grommets out and it'll drain out. There's one in the floorboard. Over here. Back there, same thing on both sides. Yeah, we'll find the socket that fits this. That's a lock nut on the bottom. Oh, I've already got the right size that fits it. I just got to find the wrench. We're going to use our power ratchet on the top. Hold it with a wrench on the bottom. I'm blind. I gotta zoom in and see the size it is. Wore off, ain't it? I believe it's 11/16. Alright, got it all in. Let's see how it fits. Alright. So this one has to go through the right shoulder first. Then it goes through the crotch belt. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Doubt I can. Can y'all even see? Alright, so that one goes there. And it falls out as I'm trying to grab the other one. Anyway, this lap belt from this side over here will go through this side, and it goes through the crotch one. So this lap belt, see my fat, this one goes in first, then the crotch one, then the one on the left shoulder. And then you bring the other lap belt over and hook it all together. Like that right there. Man, it fits good. The only part that doesn't have a lot of adjustment left is this one right here. And I've got that about as short as I can get it. Fat roll down between the seats. So, but this one has all kinds of adjustment. The one in the middle has all kinds of adjustment, and then up here we got all kinds of adjustment. But that's perfect right there. Oh, I ain't going nowhere with this, that's for sure. I feel snug as a bug in a rug. And see, if I had that little spinny thing, it would probably hit the steering wheel, and this one does not. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Just can't open the door too far because I can't reach it. There we go. And then putting the pin in for the roll bar. I could have someone else do it. Well, I could put the pin in, then put the seatbelt on. Yeah, guys. That works. Check it out, right down the middle. These do kind of push it in a little bit closer than I like. Just right up against my neck up here. Yeah, other than that, man, this thing fits good. And then the this piece, it's kind of hard to snap. What I've been doing is reaching my other arm over and just smacking it sometimes. But yeah, it doesn't snap near as good. I like it too, but that undoes it all. Just like that. My exhaust piece back, we can go racing. Do I look professional? Any one of them neck things, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So many fat rolls. I'm losing weight though. Yeah. Y'all, thanks for watching. Have a great day.